I'm looking someone who can help me with organizing a YouTube for the Sunday sessions. If there's someone having time, let me know. This would be kind of, yeah, some post editing or post processing in terms of title or description, etc., etc. If someone has time, let me know. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, I think we are ready to go. We are in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, verse 23 onwards. This is what I understand. Give me 1 second. Yeah. So do let me know if you are able to see this. Mm, 23. I think we covered 23, or that's anyway. Do it. So before we begin, I forgot to ask if Rupa, maybe you can ask Anuprabhu to share about this in that circle.
Yeah, I will tell him.
I think Nikhila or Jessica, I mean, there are some few who were saying they're interested.
Is that the families?
No.
Okay, Nikila. I will tell him.
Mm. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा गदामह्यं ददति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलां श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नाम्ने नमस्ते सारस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यधीशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Okay, so we are spending a very nice time reading Bhagavad Gita, especially chapter 17. This chapter is very important for us. Why? Because it helps us to understand, to um, mm, get a clarification of what kind of activities one should perform, and what is the influences that affect our activities. So this so far, I think we have come across there is this section till verse number 22, right? So we were talking about charity in the mode of goodness, passion, ignorance, and charity in or austerity in goodness, passion, ignorance. So all this is because the basic principle to practice this austerity of mind is very important. To make mind austere, one must detach from sense gratification and train the mind to always think good for others. That is what is lacking. That is what is the struggle. Because the more we are going more into this age of iron age, I think they call. Um, yeah, mind is ionized not to offer this sense of yeah, controlling mind for yeah, austerity, taking up austerities. Yeah, so this is austerities in the mode of in different modes. Yeah, there is this BMW, body, mind, and word or speech. This is what we say, and or Then sacrifices were also covered. I think we are actually coming to a conclusion to understand what does it mean. Why? Because Arjuna asks Krishna that um, the situation of those who do not follow principles of sacrifices but worship according to their own imaginations, are they in goodness, passion, or ignorance? That's where the modes determine one's faith, which means, is it that the faith we should have and through which everything works? Yes, but even the faith is not independent. We cannot say, okay, uh, we can let it loose. Just whatever comes to us, let's do it. No, it doesn't work like that, because when we are in this world, our faith, innate faith in accepting or rejecting uh, or thinking over is affected by the influences of three modes, and due to which our activities, whether it is worshipping, is affected. There are people who worship also who are demonic in nature. There are people who have faith developed in not accepting principles. And one who accepts principles, they are demigods. And Arjuna is asking, and Krishna is saying, yeah, they are under a mode of goodness, passion, ignorance, and that is the basis of acquiring these modes. And how to change is mentioned by the help of a bona fide spiritual master. And this is what is mentioned in the second verse. One who abides by the rules and regulations, considers themselves carefully, with intelligence, in association of a bona fide spiritual master, is needed. Huh? And blind faith sometimes may, no, it doesn't, I cannot understand it, and just let me follow it. Yeah, uh, that's enough for practicing bhakti, but can also, on a long term, may one should endeavor to understand. It's not just let me do, let me do, let me do, and all of a sudden, if someone is asking 10 challenging questions, then you say, oh, right. So we are responsible also to understand what we are doing. What is that? This moral is coming from Krishna is asking his own father, explain why are we doing this Indra Yajna. So the faith is categorized by the three modes, and because of faith categorized in three modes, the activities are categorized in three modes, and the austerities, penances, worship, are categorized. Even in fact, uh, I don't know if any other field is saying anything about food. Material nutritions are saying food can be categorized based on proteins, based on macronutrients, micronutrients, all these things which is matter, but not to a level of consciousness. Of course, one is able to say, if you eat protein, you build muscle. If you eat carbs, you build instant energy. If you eat fat, then you reserve, what do you call, um, what do you call, reposit? Yeah, you have a repository where you can reuse it, the energy in future. So this is not what Bhagavad Gita is saying, in terms of food. Foods are in three modes. One is juicy, fatty, and wholesome. Food that is juicy and fatty and wholesome are pleasing to the heart, and it increases the duration of life, mm, and also gives strength and health, happiness. Then food in mode of passion is hot, pungent, dry, burning, bitter. So, of course, I see the challenge for us being in the material world. We are want to experience variegatedness. Because of this variegatedness, we are looking, oh, what can I eat which is bitter? What is that is sour? What is that? Chili, nice, pungent and strong, or even, that what gives kick to us, that's what we want. Of course, in the language of science, we may say, oh, dopamine, what gives us that? Let's try. But it is not good, because it can lead to distress, it can lead to miseries, it can lead to disease. How? I think, yeah, when we are not regulated, we can see how the health crisis is. It's not now, it has been there, and it can be rooted to the same point. Huh? So we should understand that food plays a big role. Of course, if we are very subtle, we can understand food plays a very big role, but at least one who is very, very gross. Mm. Yeah, sometimes you may see someone is eating onion or not eating. Or when you go to a restaurant or so, you may smell immediately there is something in it. Uh, that sense of aroma to see is not there if one is not in the mode of goodness. He would not just he say no, that's nothing. Oh, it's normal. And mode in the mode of ignorance, the food prepared 3 hours before is eaten. I think someone were referring recent times that yeah, the food that we eat, which is fresh, is actually nourishing not just the stomach, not just the taste buds, but it nourishes also um, the cells which need to be filled with prana vayu. To be filled with energy, yeah, the food should be of that quality that it can be absorbed by the tissues that can make us very sensible to absorb. Yeah, and of course, the food in mode of ignorance. Sometimes we think, hey, it is so tasty, but actually, yeah, it's not so tasty really. In from when we see from the mode of goodness. Um, um, so food consists of remnants in untouchable things. Um, and otherwise remnants increase infection. So all these things we covered, and then the purpose of food is clarified. It increases the duration of life, isn't it? Yeah, when we eat good food, then we live longer. Obvious. Why? Because that's what our body wants, that's what we provide, and that's what it functions properly. And there's hand in hand. Yeah, so yeah, maybe if we are given 60 years of lifespan or 80 years of lifespan or 100, the quality of food that we are taking will give us the possibility to be fit for all these years as much as possible. And so the food should be such a way that it should prolong or increase our duration of life, purify our mind. Not just we have many, many years, but it should help us to add the purpose, how the mind should have a clarity, what it is supposed to do, what it is doing. Uh, and then it should give strength so that we can carry out. So what kind of food it is? It is, of course, milk products, rice, wheat, sugar, etc. Uh, yeah, so these is categorized food, and fatty foods include and milk. Milk is such an important gift of Mother Nature and, of course, Mother Cow. Yeah, but of course, the question comes: is it authentic? Is it ethical? Yeah, ethical. Yes, we can make it ethical if we are more responsible, at least to whatever level we can, and not miss that. We shouldn't just think, oh, we can't get milk, but we can eat cow. Yeah, one may say, hey, milk, no, I'm just eating the whole store, uh, supermarket of milk, which is mother cow. No, that's not right. So we don't need any animal slaughterhouses to really enjoy a proper food which helps our body, mind, and soul. The sacrifices, yeah, or I think recently we covered. So let's move on to verse 23. I'm just kind of a recap so that we tune ourselves. So who would like to read? I don't know if I shared my screen. Yeah, I did share. I think we covered 23. Please help me. But otherwise, we can read. Okay. Who would like to read 23?
Yeah, Prabhu. Can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Now, yes.
Yeah. Om Om Tat Sat iti nirdeso ब्राह्मणस्त्रिविधः स्मृतः ब्राह्मणस्तेन वेदस्य यज्ञस्य विहितः पुरा. Translation. From the beginning of creation, the three words Om Tat Sat were used to indicate the supreme absolute truth. These three symbolic representations were used by Brahmanas while chanting the hymns of Vedas and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of the supreme purpose. It has been explained that penance, sacrifice, charity, and food are divided into three categories: the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. But whether first class, second class, or third class, they are all conditioned, contaminated by the material modes of nature. When they are aimed at the Supreme, Om Tat Sat, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Eternal, they become means for spiritual elevation. In the spiritual injections, such as objective is indicated. These three words, Om Tat Sat, particularly indicate the absolute truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Vedic hymns, the word Om is always found. One who acts without following the regulations of the scriptures will not attain the absolute truth. He will get some temporary result, but not the ultimate end of life. The conclusion is that the performance of charity, sacrifice, and penance must be done in the mode of goodness. Performed in the mode of passion or ignorance, they are certainly inferior in quality. The three words Om Tat Sat are alter, uttered in conjunction with the holy name of the Supreme Lord. Example, Om Tat Vishnu. Whenever a Vedic hymn or the holy name of the Supreme Lord is uttered, Om is added. This is the indication of Vedic literature. These three words are taken from the Vedic hymns Om iti yat brahmano nidishtam Nama Nama indicates the first goal. Then Tattvam Asi Chandogaya Upanishad 6.8.7 indicates the second goal. And Sad Eva Saumya Chandogaya Upanishad 6.2.1 indicates the third goal. Combined, they become Om Tat Sat. Formally, when Brahma, the first created living entities, performed sacrifices, he indicated by these three words the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, the same principle has always been followed by disciplic succession. So, this hymn has great significance. Bhagavad Gita recommends, therefore, that any work done should be done for Om Tat Sat or for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When one performs penance, charity, and sacrifice with these three words, he is acting in Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is a scientific execution of transcendental activities which enables one to return home, back to Godhead. There is no loss of energy in acting in such a transcendental way. Hare Krishna.
Yep, thank you very much, Sindhu Mataji. Someone else can read this 1724.
कृष्ण प्रभु जी
Yes, Pratik Prabhu.
तस्मद् ओम इति उदाहृत्य यज्ञ दान तप क्रिया प्रवर्तन्ते विद्यानुक्ता सततं ब्रह्म वादिनाम्. Therefore, transcendentalists undertaking performances of sacrifice, charity, and penance in accordance with scriptural regulations begin always with Om to attain the Supreme. Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam. The lotus feet of Vishnu are the supreme devotional platform. The performance of everything on behalf of the Supreme Personality of Godhead assures the perfection of all activity. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you. Then someone can read 1725.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, Bhagavad.
Tadjiti anabhisandhyaya phalam yagna tapah kriyaha dana kriyascha vividaha kriyate moksha kankshibihi. Translation: without nearing fruitive results, one should perform various kinds of sacrifice, penance, and charity the old with the old thought. With the old tat. The purpose of such transcendental activities is to get free from material entanglement. To be elevated to the spiritual position, one should not act for any material gain. Acts should be performed for the ultimate gain of being transferred to the spiritual kingdom, back to home, back to Godhead.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So let's look into these verses. So how can we purify our activities? Yeah. So is it enough that we are doing things in the mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance? Because anyway, we know from the past chapter and other understandings that when one engages in this, then he is still bound. Yeah, whether it is a gold chain or a silver chain or a bronze chain, one way or the other, he is still bound. So from here, this verse number 23, we see that uh, uh, from the beginning of creation, the three words Om Tat Sat were used to indicate the supreme absolute truth. Yeah. So, and why? Why? Because in purport of 23, it is mentioned that the three words Om Tat Sat are uttered in conjunction with the holy name of the Supreme Lord. Om Tat Vishnu. Om Tad Vishnu Param Padam Sada Pashyanti Surayaha. So if you see, if you go and get any sanskaras or any yajnas, we hear these very often. Om Tad Vishnu. Uh, Whenever a Vedic hymn or holy name of Supreme Lord is uttered, Om is uttered. In fact, Om is non-different from the Lord. In fact, this is a sound representation of the Supreme Lord. And what does it also do is, yeah, according to the Ashtanga Yoga, one can attain pratyahara, what do you call, freedom from sense entanglement through this process of japa. Om, Om, Om. Yeah. So this is so easy. And of course, Om iti etad brahmano nedishtam nama indicates the first goal. Uh, and then there is this tattvam, as per tattvam asi indicates the second goal, and sad eva saumya indicates the third goal. Combined, they become Om Tat Sat. So that Om Tat Sat is a shortest version, or condensed version of three principles which are mentioned here. And formerly, when Brahma, the first created living being, performed sacrifices, he indicated by these three words, Tat Sat. Therefore, the same principle has always been followed by disciplic succession. So, this hymn has great significance. Bhagavad Gita recommends, therefore, any work done uh, should be done for Om Tat Sat. Usually, when we are performing sacrifices, we say, or when we are doing charity, we are always thinking it is for us, it is for us. But interestingly, every uh, mantras that we usually when we chant, it is that Om Nama Iti, and then it is saying, it is not for me. I am offering everything for you. I'm not. It's not for me. The result, whatever is coming, it's for you. So in that way, one is offering the results to the uh, into the yajna, and who is the owner or who is the master of all this? Who receives his Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. So it is Lord Vishnu. We don't know, and that's why we may think or whatever is that we are doing, it's for us. Yeah, in one way it's for us so that we can get the grace and mercy of the Lord. And but there is this process of actually offering. Yeah, there is this very nice in episode in Ramayana when Vishwamitra Muni comes, and when Vishwamitra Muni comes, Dasharatha is saying, "Oh, this kingdom is everything yours." Yeah, that's all. And then, of course, being a Brahmana, what will he do with the kingdom? He says, "Oh, I accept it, but I give it to you back so that you can again rule rule it over." So this principle of giving is, and Om, the significance of Om, we can again refer back to Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 8, where there is Vaman Dev appearance, and where when Bali Maharaj is giving, yes, what can I do to this dwarf Brahmana? And once he gives his vachan to Vamana Dev that he wanted 3 steps. Yes, he says yes, tat astu. Uh, yeah, he gives, but he says, Sukracharya says, because you have not recited your offering through the word Om, so it's not complete. So you don't have to keep up your promise because that promise is really not a authentic promise. Why? Because it's not uttered through Om. So there are few understanding through which we can appreciate the importance of Om. Om Tat Sat indicates particularly indicates the absolute truth, the supreme personality of Godhead. In Vedic hymns, the word is Om is always used. You can see, you can refer to any. There is always this Om, 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 Om. Even if you are doing, what is this? Ashtottar or thousand names. Yeah. Also, you see there is Om. Om, 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 and yeah. What if one acts without following scriptural regulations? Very simple. When you do not connect with the absolute truth, you will not get the absolute truth. He will not attain the absolute truth. He will get some temporary result, but not the ultimate end uh, of life. That's not what he gets. Conclusion of this is whether one does sacrifice, dana, charity, or tapa, yajna, dana, tapa, must be done in the mode of goodness. Otherwise, they are inferior in quality if performed in mode of passion and ignorance. So first of all, we don't do that. And then indication, these 3 words Om Tat Sat are uttered in conjunction with the holy name. Om Tad Vishnu, and it says whenever a Vedic hymn or holy name is uttered, Om is added. What is the authority saying? There are this in Rig Veda. There is mentioned about Om. In Chandogya Upanishad, we can see ta, Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi indicates the second. Uh, Sat Eva Saumya indicates third goal. So Brahma performed sacrifice by using these 3 words. Who are we? We just follow Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, where we belong. Hmm. So now how to understand this? According to Bhagavad Gita, any work should be done for Om Tat Sat. That is actually, we can see any work that is done for Krishna. Absolute truth is not different from the Lord, Krishna. So activities which are done, which is called bhakti or practice of bhakti yoga, is actually doing for Om Tat Sat. And then there is this verse 24. Let me go there. Tasmad Omiti Udahrita. Udahrita means indicating Yajna Dana Tapah Kriya Pravartante Vidhanoktaha. Vidhanoktaha means according to the scriptural regulation. Scriptural regulation Satatam Brahmavadinam. Brahmavadina means one who is a transcendentalist, one who is on that principle. So, Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Surya in Rig Veda, yeah, whenever we are doing any samskaras or any yajnas, Rig Veda is recited, and that first we can see this, which means Paramam Padam, the lotus feet of Vishnu are the supreme devotional platform. Sada Pashyanti Surya. Surya, all the demigods, they offer their obeisances. The performance of everything on behalf of Supreme Lord assures the perfection of all activities. So, how to come to that level is whatever activities we are doing, we should do um, um, mm, to be in line of how the transcendentalists do. Therefore, the transcendentalists undertaking performance of sacrifice, charity, and penance in accordance. So one who is a transcendentalist who is not under the influence of modes of three natures. And he, when he performs accordance with scriptural regulations, begins always with Om. And then tat iti anubhisandhaya phalam yajna tapah kriya dana kriya cha vividhaha kriyante moksha kankshibhihi. One who is interested to get freedom from this cycle of sansar and want to freedom is saying without desiring fruitive results. We may see yajna is after all for my material benefits. No, without desiring fruitful results, one should perform various kinds of sacrifice, penance, charity with the word tat. The purpose of such transcendental activities is to get free from the material entanglement. So, to become free, uh, this tat is there. Uh, um, to be elevated to the spiritual position, one should not act for any material gain. We should again look only for spiritual gain. What is spiritual gain? There is nothing that I want. Spiritual gain it means that everything is done for the pleasure of the Lord. So that is what it means, spiritual gain. And then comes acts should be performed for the ultimate goal of being transferred to the spiritual kingdom, back to Godhead. So our goal should be in such a way that we are working towards that. Tat describes detached work for the sake of liberation. So, by always, whenever we are hearing it, whenever we are doing a yajna or dana or tapa, there will be some ritviks, there will be some what do you call purohits, there will be some priests who are engaging us, who are reciting all the mantras from different Upanishads and Vedas. Uh, all these are actually glorifying the Lord. No? And also it should remind us, we should remember this that the purpose of Om means that this is placed with understanding that performance of everything on behalf of the Supreme Lord assures perfection of all kind activities. Hmm. Okay, we go to 26, 27. If someone can read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Apart from
Scan it. सद्भावे साधुभावे च सादित्ते तत्प्रयुज्यते प्रशन्ते कर्माणि तथा सच्छब्द पार्थ युज्यते यज्ञे तपसि ज्ञाने च स्थिति सदिति चोच्यते कर्म चैव तदर्थीयं सदित्येवाभिधीयते. The absolute truth is the objective of devotional sacrifice, and it is indicated by the word Sat. The performer of such sacrifice is also called Sat, as are all works of sacrifice, penance, and charity which true to the absolute nature, are performed to please the Supreme Person, O son of Pritha. The word prashaste karmani or prescribed duties indicate that there are many activities prescribed in the Vedic literature which are purificatory processes beginning from the time of conception up to the end of one's life. Such purificatory processes are adapted for the ultimate liberation of the living entity. In all such activities, it is recommended that one vibrate Om Tat Shat. The words Sadbhave and Sadhubhave indicate the transcendental situation. Acting in Krishna consciousness is called Sattva, and one who is fully conscious of the activities of Krishna consciousness is called Sadhu. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 25, verse 25, it is said that the transcendental subject matter becomes clear in the association of devotees. The words used are Satam Prasangata. Without good association, one cannot achieve transcendental knowledge. When initiating a person or offering the sacred thread, one vibrates the word Om Tat Shat. Similarly, in all kinds of performance of yajna, the object of the Supreme Om Tat Shat, the word Tat Arthyam further means offering service to anything which represent the Supreme, including such services as cooking and helping in the Lord's temple or any other kind of work or broadcasting the glories of Lord. These supreme word Om Tat Shat are thus used in many ways to perfect all activities and make everything complete. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yeah, is it getting better to understand from this verse? What is it mentioned here is that, yeah, sadbhave sadhubhave cha. Sad means sattva. Sad is coming sat or truthfully, sadbhave and sadhubhave. Of course, we may say, yeah, okay, both are same. No, sadhu is even above. He's not even just thinking, oh, how to follow the rules and regulations only and just maintain this life, life after life. Sadhu bhave means one who is in the mode of goodness, but sadhu bhave is one who is mode of pure goodness. So for both sadbhave, sadbhave, cha, sat iti etat prayujyate. What is that prayujyate? Prashaste karmani tatha. So prashastha means bona fide. Yeah, if you see a word-to-word translation, prashastha means the best. What is the prashastha? What is the path that yogis take? We say, hey, it is very prashastha means it is very successful and famous. Prashast is bona fide. Karmani is the activities. And tatha sat shabda partha yujyate. Sat shabda means what is the word? Sat. The word sat is used. And what did we understand from the previous verse? Sat is referring to Sat is the performer of the sacrifice is also called Sat. The absolute truth is also called as Sat. Yeah, so we just understood Om Tat Sat, and in that Sat is the absolute truth is the objective of devotional service. It is indicated by the word Sat, and also the performer of the sacrifice is also called Sat. All works of sacrifice, charity, and penance performed to please the Lord are also called Sat. And so Om Tat Sat. And what is Tat? We understand from previous Tat means it describes detached work for the sake of what? Moksha. For the moksha kangshibihi. For one who is interested in freedom or activities that are not entangling, which means for the transcendentalists, Tat is the word that addresses. So when we are saying Om Tat Sat, it's not like, oh, such a cool thing. Hey, let's use it. It also has a very, very deeper meaning because, yeah, this is not just three words just brought together. Uh, Om is saying that it's the absolute truth, and there is this Tat which says uh, Tat Sat. So Tat is mentioning the work. These activities are done with disregard for future results. And with what objective and who is doing, the person who is doing, and what is the objective is um, understanding the Lord is the object of the results of what we are doing. This is what is it. Prashasta Karmani. This indicates prescribed Vedic duties which are purificatory process from the time of conception to the time of one leaves. What is this? There are samskaras, we know. Um, what is that? Jatakarma Samskar, Garbhadana Samskar, um, Pumsuvahan Samskar, and I usually always struggle this. Simanto Sena? Yeah. Then, uh, then what do you say? There is this Upanayana Sanskar, then there is Vivaha Sanskar, then there is this Antyeshti, Shraddh Sanskar. So everything is a sanskara, and we see that right from beginning of the one's creation or one comes to existence till his end, the word used as satap. Oh no, where are we? We are talking about this praseshta karmani. That there are many activities prescribed in Vedic literature, which are purificatory processes. So this whole process of how we purify, the more and more we know about it, we will just uh, uh, collapse because we are not following that high standards. Beginning from the time of conception up to the end of one's life, all these such purificatory processes are adopted for the ultimate liberation of the living entity. So we may say, hey, do we really need to do this namakaran sanskar? Do we need to do this annaprashan sanskar? So all these things we may just take it easy, or maybe do it only for a namesake. Namesake will only be not enough. We need to understand what it bestows, and with full faith perform, then we can see the result. So in all such activities, it is recommended that one vibrates Om Tat Sat. And the words Sat Bhava and Sadhu Bhava indicates the transcendental situation. Acting in Krishna consciousness is called Sattva, and one who is fully conscious of activities of Krishna is called Sadhu. And then what is referred here in Srimad Bhagavatam is सतां प्रसंगात् मम वीर्य संविदो भवन्ति हृत्कर्ण रसायना कथा तज्जोषणात् आस्व अपवर्ग वर्त्मनि श्रद्धा रति भक्तिर अनुक्रमिष्यति. It says in the association of pure devotees, as yesterday we were discussing about integrating with what is very important, integrating with the pure devotees. Why? In the association of pure devotees, what happens is discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Lord is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and heart. What is that? Bhavanti Hrid is heart, Karna is ears, and Rasayana Katha. What is that? This pleasing. Rasa Ayana is Rasayana, pleasing. Katha, the stories of the Lord. Tad Joshanad. What is happening? By cultivating this hobby, maybe we can say how a hobby can be cultivated by creating a habit of what? Of hearing the Lord's Katha. Huh? Tad Joshanad Ashwa Apavarga Vartmani. Apavarga means liberation, which can give us quick freedom on this path. What is near Shraddha Rate Bhakti Anukramishyati. When one does that, by cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation, and thereafter he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotion and devotional service begin. So if we all aspire to become a devotee, we should understand this. Prabhupada is writing in the purport. The word used as satat prasangat is Without good association, one cannot achieve transcendental knowledge. When initiating a person or offering the sacred thread, Om vibrates the word, one vibrates the word Om Tat Sat. And similarly, in all kinds of performance of yajna, the object is the supreme Om Tat Sat. The word Tat Arthiyam further means offering service to anything which represent the supreme. So everything, all and all, is what? These supreme words Om Tat Sat are thus used in many ways to perfect all activities and make everything complete. In fact, I remember Jayapatak Maharaj also, when he starts, ends, he usually says Om Tat Sat. Even Prabhupada used to do that. Yeah. Um, this is to make that whatever is to be spoken or is spoken is uh, not material, it's spiritual. Because even speaking is also coming into this charity. Uh, what is that? Vidya Dan is a charity, isn't it? Mm. So, what will happen if you don't do that? We want to know who is ready to read when we don't use Sat. Someone ready? Share the screen. So far, any questions, by the way? I'm just going the flow. Any questions? Pratik Prabhu, who was that? Sindhu Mataji? Hemagori, you are reading.
No, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Mm.
Prabhuji.
All clear. Yes.
One question. Prabhuji, we hear that Om is the, like we heard, is the sound incarnation of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So when we say Om, so is it similar to when we pronounce the name of the Lord, or is it different? How when we say
If you are asking, is it Vishnu and Om are same, for example?
yes,
Yeah, in one sense, same. Yeah, yes, as yesterday we were reading, right? The names and forms of the Lord are all fully potent. Hmm? By taking a name like yeah, the Lord has names based on his activities, leelas, and based on his attributes and or the qualities. So Om is a sound quality. That's what we Krishna himself says in the Gita, right? Uh, of the sacred hymns, I am Om. So Krishna and Om are not different. If you say Om is also Krishna. But what may happen is that we may not appreciate just by talking about only the quality. I find this is very important, especially from my childhood or a gradual understanding of bhakti is bhakti can be even refined to understand the Lord's qualities and also his activities. Janma karma cha me divyam. Yeah. So and what is that Krishna is saying? Karma cha me, my deeds. So how do we know Madhusudana means one who has killed the demon called Madhu? Madhusudana and Madhukaitaba, and these are two demons. And Arisudana is also what Krishna has killed. So through that we know, okay, if someone, okay, Gopal means one who is taking care of the cows. Govinda means one who is giving pleasure to the cows. So that way we just don't have one, but we also have more dimension to the name of the Lord, because that helps us to remember what our Lord is anyway great. Yeah, we will know, but also what kind of leelas He have done, and that touches our heart. Yeah,
yes, Prabhuji. So can we say, Prabhuji, when we meditating on Om, like we hear in
yeah, we are meditating on Vishnu
many,
only. Yeah.
we also hear the Mayavadi, or or can we say that
So
when we
everyone,
meditating on,
see,
yeah,
there are two. One is at the Karma Kanda level, or one is at Smartha level. When who has studied Vedas, they are supposed to know the meanings of what they are reading. Okay, but sometimes they may not be trained. Yeah, if you just go and ask someone what is the meaning of this, a very genuine, open person who has not dwelt himself, na, he is actually focusing on a parrot program. You know what is parrot program? Hmm? Parrot program is just let's by heart everything. Let's by heart everything, and then we will look into the meaning based on one's capacity. Yeah. But the purpose of one to become a Brahmana is not just to become an expert Avadhani or what do you call this Ganapati who can remember everything, and when if someone is testing they can say without a book. No, but the purpose is to realize Brahman. Brahma janati iti Brahmana. To understand the transcendental nature. So he is a Brahman. So eventually, yeah, there are two ways. Either you by heart things and then learn, or learn and then by heart, but both should be there, right? Only if you by heart, it becomes a parrot program, PP. Just like a parrot, it may recite, but yeah, what is the meaning? The parrot becomes blank, right? I don't know. Did I answer actually
Ye-
your question or did I say something else?
mm,
What was
I
your
think
question?
I think you answered, Pooja. I think so. It depends based on the
Oh,
intention and knowledge.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Om
you're
people
right.
use like for Brahman
Yeah, I have.
for
I don't know. I did I give that book to you? I think you have this book, right? The collection of all um, uh, understanding about the holy name. I think I gave you, right? That you can read one page a day and post it.
yes, Guruji, yes,
It's still with you, huh? Yeah, you can read the
yes,
section
Guruji.
about Om. Maybe then you,
Mhm.
for this week, take time to help everyone to understand the relation between Om and the name.
Okay, Prabhuji. Which
Yeah.
chapter is it?
You can find it in the index. It will have Om
Okay,
and yeah.
thank you, Prabhuji.
No, thank you. Okay, we go forward. Or any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Hemagurumata.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Mostly from lectures, whatever we see, nobody is saying this Om Tat. As you said, Srila Prabhupada says, and we say
Hmm.
mostly like Panchakalpataru Prabhupada. So this is like mode of serving the Vaishnavas,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the offering to the Lord, whatever I am done. So both
Mm-hmm.
needs to be done. Or, what is best?
So I don't know if these are can be stitched together. If you want, you can. There is nothing like they go in hand in hand or together, but it's always nice that whenever we are doing our activities, we offer our prayers to our parampara or all the Vaishnavas. But Om Tat Sat is not about that. It's more about that we offer all the results to the Lord. That is the mood of saying Om Tat Sat means I am doing charity or I am doing sacrifice or I am doing penance, whatever, with the intention that it's not for me, it's mainly for the pleasure of the Lord I am doing. And Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha is mainly that I am seeking blessing, strength so that I can do activity. I don't know if that was your question or.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Mhm. Okay. Gaur Bhagwan Prabhu. By the way, thanks for calling. I missed your call.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, we'll talk soon.
Mm.
Yes, Prabhuji, I was thinking, yeah, many times these same question comes that, like as Lord Krishna said, that good food is like Ayushya Vardhak food, they
Mhm.
increase the life. But on the other side, they say that karma, everyone has fixed lifespan,
Mhm.
and one cannot increase. When one has to leave, one will have to go.
Mhm.
And yeah, the so because many saints and they don't, we have seen that they don't care much exercise or
Mhm.
nutritious food and so on.
Why are we saying so? Because a lot of people these days are talking about detox program, right? What is the detox program is, yeah, first flush out everything out, and then you take very fresh, yeah, fresh water, fresh fruit. The yogis definitely, yeah, they do, yeah. And of course, one who is more advanced, he would just take fresh air as a sustenance principle. So everyone is still taking food. That ahar for us maybe not an ahar, because for us ahar is a pizza, ahar is a pasta.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But Prabhuji, food can increase the life span,
Yes.
or it is fixed
Yeah,
based
here
on
it means
karma? Or?
when you said Ayusha Vardhana, Vardhana means that Vardhana means that which, what is the right word? Vardhan means develops or expands. Yeah, Vardhana means expansion. Hmm. Yeah, life expand. Yeah, this food definitely increases life, isn't it? What does it mean? It's not that we are talking only about lifespan quantitatively. We are talking about life, which is qualitative life. Hmm? So
Yes,
just imagine one who is in a city which is very heavily polluted. Yeah, what is the quality of life? And when compared to one who is very, very close to nature, what is the quality of his life?
yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
But
so there
yes,
is.
Prabhuji, that is correct. But is it also not the karma that he was born in that place and or live in
So
that
again,
place?
if we come back to that point, is it just because of this karma, or is there is no role of food to play? If that is the question, definitely there is, that you are going to the important question, is it there is a free will to do what you do? Yeah. Karma is putting you in a situation, but what you do is still, it's not that karma is saying you do this because you did that. No, karma is manifesting the situation, and the free will is always giving you a way out to get out of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
Prabhuji. Mm.
So that way, karma, yeah, one's good karma is the reason for him to be in good, yeah, born as a son of a Brahmana or a son of in an aristocratic family, right? All this is fine. Yeah, but it doesn't mean that, yeah, then his doors of destiny are closed and doesn't he can't do anything. It is that he is given that the ecosystem from where, based on his karma, and his desire is actually helping him to create new, whether it is good karma, bad karma, or engaging in devotional service. Hmm?
Prabhuji.
So I think you're bringing two things together and see how it can fit, right? So, okay, on one side is the karma, then he is destined to live 50 years. On the other side, if he is having food, then which is increasing the health, he should live not 50, he should live 60 years.
Yes, Prabhuji, that was the
Hmm. Yeah,
conclusion.
why not? Maybe he will live. There is also possibility, right? It's not like, okay, if you see from astrological point of view, someone will say, hey, by the way, I should have already gone. Yeah, I think if you have read Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit, there were the times, right, where um or even Kadam Kanan Maharaj says, as per astrology, I only have this many years, but yeah, I survived or lived longer, and they count it as a bonus. Yeah, maybe this bonus is because of their very nice regime of taking only sattvic food.
Yes, Prabhuji. So it is.
Yeah, it's not like yeah, sometimes you get no balls, right? It's not just six balls.
Yes, Prabhuji.
But anyway, so the point is that you can see from a qualitative point of view and also quantitative also, it's possible. But yeah, uh, from a logical point of view, we can understand the logic is very simple. Very simple logic is, if you take right food, then you improve. That's it. Very simple.
Okay, Prabhuji. Yeah, understood. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Other questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. One more
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, you said like any food more than 3 hours is lasting. That is mode of ignorance, right?
No passion. At least
Passion,
not
yeah.
more of them. Hmm.
Yeah. So because we also store it more than 3 hours, it's a prasad, but still is it the same?
For prasad, it is different. I think in the purport we read that the remnants are at a different stage. For remnants, yeah, because it's transcendental, so one could eat nothing like, oh, the value is gone. You're getting transcendental benefit, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. Okay.
Mm. So, and of course, it doesn't mean that we can cook for 1 week. Yeah,
Yeah.
usually sometimes in the US, because people are pressed against time, they may take up to this. So let's cook for 1 week, already put in small portions, put in the fridge and just heat it up. No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if it is, of course, prasadam, it has its benefit, but if it's not, then yeah, it's more useless. But for prasadam also, we offer anyway, we have to offer fresh to the Lord, and we can also eat fresh, isn't it? Huh? In the purport 10, I think there is this mention about the remnants of the Supreme Lord. Only way to make food antiseptic, mm, eatable and palatable for all persons is to offer food to the Supreme Lord and accept remnants. So yeah, so that is the key, and also food consisting of remnants and untouchable things. There is difference. Except the remnants of the Supreme Lord or saintly persons, especially spiritual master. Hmm. Otherwise, remnants increase infection or disease is also mentioned. It's not that we can just take, oh, the food which is, yeah, spoiled or no. It is said, except the remnants of the Lord or saintly people or spiritual master, means one should honor that even if it is, yeah, not so fresh, of 3 hours. Huh? Remnants can be eaten even if it. Only thing is, uh, otherwise remnants increase infection or disease. So we should understand this. I'm just trying. Is it 10, 17? Are you still seeing the screen?
Yes,
No.
Prabhuji. Yes. We can see
Yeah.
the screen.
यातयामान् गतं रसं पूति पर्युषितं च यत् उत्तिष्ठम् उच्छिष्टम् is the remnants of food eaten by others. Api chamedhyam bhojanam tamasa priyam. It said, food prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten, food that is tasteless, decomposed, and putrid, and food consists of remnants and untouchable things are considered to be in the mode of darkness or ignorance. So when we see here, there is a mention about yeah. Anyway, let's we got point. Let's go again. So milk, butter, cheese, and similar products give animal fat in form which rules out any need for killing of innocent creatures. It is only through the brute mentality that this killing is going on. Yeah, that's one thing. But otherwise, protein, if people want, there is ample. How? Available through split peas, dal, whole wheat, etc. Mhm. And now remnants of food may be eaten only when they are part of a meal that was first offered to the Lord, first eaten by saintly person, especially the spiritual master. Otherwise, the remnants of food are considered to be in the darkness mode and they increase infection or disease. From a material point of view, one may think, oh, this is also applicable if it is offered to the Lord. Huh? No, but important thing is that let's not, yeah, bring it to that point. Let's distribute it, or let's be conscious how we are honoring prasadam because this helps our spiritual advancement. Prasadam, of course, devotion and love are the chief things of the. But it is also mentioned that the prasadam should be prepared in a particular way. Any food prepared by the injunctions of the scriptures and offered to the Lord can be taken even if prepared long, long ago, because such food is transcendental. Therefore, To make food antiseptic, eatable, and palatable for all persons, one should offer food to the Supreme Lord. Hemagori Mataji?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Clear?
Yes, clear, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay, let's go through this last verse of this chapter. I see Ajay Prabhu joining. Would you like to read if you are able to?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Mm, okay, I will start.
Yes.
Asradhya hutyam datam tapastamam kratam sayat asad it ukiyate partha naka tat pretya no inho. Translation: anything done as sacrifice, charity, or penance without pain in the Supreme, O son of Partha,
Without faith.
without faith in Supreme, O son of Partha, is impermanent. It is called asat and is useless both in life and the next. Purport: anything done without transcendental transcendental objective, whether it be sacrifice, charity, penance, is useless. Therefore, in this verse, it is declared that such activities are abhorred abominable. Everything should be done for the Supreme in Krishna consciousness. Without such faith and without the proper guidance, there can never be any fruit. In all the Vedic scripture, faith in the Supreme is advice. In the pursuit of all Vedic instruction, the ultimate goal is the understanding of Krishna. No one can obtain success without following his principle. Therefore, the best course is to work from very beginning in Krishna consciousness under the guidance of bona fide spiritual master. That is the way to make everything successful. In the conditional state, people are attracted to worshipping demigods, ghosts, or yakshas like Kuvera. The mode of goodness is better than modes of passion and ignorance. But one who takes directly Krishna consciousness is the transcendental to all the three modes of material nature. Although there is a process of gradual elevation, if one, by the association of pure devotees, take directly to Krishna consciousness, this is the best way, and it is the recommended in the chapter. To achieve success in this way, one must first find a proper spiritual master and receive training under his direction, then can achieve faith in the Supreme. When the faith matures in the course of time, it is called love of God. This love is the ultimate goal of living entities. One should therefore take to Krishna consciousness directly. This is the message of this 17th chapter. Thus, the end of Bhaktivedanta purport to the 17th chapter Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of division of faith. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Ajay Prabhu. We have read the last verse of this wonderful chapter, and make us alerted about what can happen with Ashraddha. Yeah, this chapter, which is has been telling about all the divisions of faith and influences because of the modes of nature, comes to this important conclusion. This is what Krishna is telling to Arjuna. Hey, Ashraddhaya Hutam Dattam. Hutam means sacrifice, and Datta means charity. Tapah Taptam Kritam Chayat. Penance executed, Kritam performed. But everything that is performed, if it is Ashraddha, then what is happening is Asat iti uchyate partha. O son of Pritha is impermanent. One may get something, or it is called Asat and is useless both in this life and the next. Nacha tat pretya no iha. Iha means in this life, pretya means after death. Uh, so this is not so much uh, understood. That's why we see so many people are not yet Krishna conscious. Why? Because they are ready to do anything, everything coming to their mind said by someone, but they don't understand that after all, everything should make them Krishna conscious. Anything done without the transcendental objective, whether it be sacrifice, charity, or penance, is useless. This is mentioned here. Therefore, in this verse, it is declared such activities are abominable. Not only that he is not benefiting, he is actually it's counterproductive for him. Everything should be done for the Supreme in Krishna consciousness. Without such faith and without the proper guidance, there can never be any fruit. In all Vedic scriptures, faith in the Supreme is advised. Ah, we have faith in so many other things except Supreme. That is our problem. In the pursuit of all Vedic instructions, the ultimate goal is understanding Krishna. No one can obtain success without following this principle. What is the principle? Are you still seeing the screen? I think, yeah. In the pursuit of Vedic instructions, the ultimate goal is the understanding of Krishna, absolute truth, understanding the Lord. No one can obtain success without following this principle. Therefore, the best course is to work from the very beginning in Krishna consciousness under the guidance of Bonaparte spiritual master. This is the way to make everything successful. Uh, Otherwise, we may just continue to lead a conditional life. In the conditional state, people are attracted to worshipping demigods, ghosts, or yakshas like Kubera. The mode of goodness is better than mode of passion and ignorance, but one who takes directly to Krishna consciousness is transcendental to all three modes of material nature. So in after Krishna is saying everything, all the classifications and etc., he is just saying, if you are not performing, what do you call it, fighting in the battle, this is the main thing. Although there is a process of gradual elevation, if one, by the assertion of pure devotees, take directly to Krishna consciousness, that is the best. Uh, Although there is a process of gradual elevation is there, where one is taking to tapa, dana, yajna, and all these things. Uh, if one, by the association of pure devotees, takes directly to Krishna consciousness, that is the best. And that is recommended here. To achieve success in this way, one must first find proper spiritual master, a guru, uh, and receive training under his direction. Then one can achieve faith in the Supreme. When that faith matures in course of time, it is called love of God, prema. This love is the ultimate goal of living entity. One should therefore take to Krishna consciousness directly. That is the message of this 17th chapter. No, it's not taking detours because I don't like. Sometimes someone may be driving, he would say, hey, this is too much traffic. Oh, no, let me find a different way. Yeah, but maybe you have to take a longer route because you thought this is too much difficult or not comfortable, but you are taking something else. Instead of coming in 1 hour, you will come after 10 hours. Yeah. So with the strength of Gita, we should not just leave our mind loose and let it decide for us. Of course, intelligence is going to play, and when intelligence is covered by matter, then it would decide which is more comfortable for the body. No, we should take in this with the strength of Gita through this, and how to understand Gita is mentioned here. What is there? And that is to achieve success in this way, one must first find the proper spiritual master and receive training under his direction. So when we are trained, then only we are fit. When we are not trained, just imagine if someone is a soldier but he is not trained. If he just goes, oh no no no, I can do myself because after all that is in my blood. Yeah, I think he will be dead. Hmm. No, he needs sufficient training, strategizing, and feeling the responsibility and accountability of what it means to be a soldier. So that is very important. Under the his teachers who train him, he qualifies to become a soldier. Similarly, we are also struggling in this material world, thinking so many things as real, or so many things, or we are confused with so many things to be true, and we are betrothed. I don't know if it's betrothed in English word. I know betrothed is a German word. Betrayed. Yeah, betrayed. Betrayed is the English word. Betrog is German. So one should therefore take to Krishna consciousness directly. There is no need of taking so many uh, routes that we may think they are best, or we may think these are easy. No, under the guidance of spiritual master, everything can be understood and can be taken. It's not like, oh, okay, the spiritual master is now going to, do a military training, which is so difficult to follow. The guru's role is to bring us close to Krishna, not make us scared and run away from Krishna. But of course, it is our sincerity and determination should also be there, through which we want to take steps towards that. We cannot leave it loose. That's the point here, and we have to build that faith, and that's the purpose of this chapter. Thank you so much. Any thoughts, uh, questions? Yeah, I'm sorry that I had to actually refer back to other topics, though we were just having few verses, but this is a summary we want to understand. It's not like, okay, we know bits by bits, and but when it comes to the whole meaning or summary of the chapter, yeah, again, sometimes we may get blank. Okay, thoughts? Was it Ajay Prabhu? You were the one who read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Sir, one question regarding understanding Krishna. So, when we are starting it, when we are practicing, doing japa regularly, and we feel that we are in some of the space where we can get like 1%, maybe 0.01% of understanding Krishna. But is there actual state where you can understand Krishna?
Yeah, as you already said, you understood 0.1% of Krishna. That is also understanding. For example, it's not so difficult to understand Krishna, because we see there is so much in 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam what he did, and uh, so the more and more we read, the more and more we hear, the more and more we know. The more and more we know, the more and more we can understand. We cannot understand by our own self, because with ourself, I at least I am not um mature enough to understand the intricate deeds of the Lord. So it's always we refer through the acharyas. There is Veera Raghava Acharya. There is, yeah, for example, I just can refer what Sri Baladev Vidyabhushan, yeah, has said about this chapter, or kind of summarizing this verse. It is said, sacrifice, charity, and penance should all be performed for the pleasure of Om Tat Sat. What is Om Tat Sat? Now we know it is the absolute truth. Otherwise, these activities remain within the confines of the material world, bound by goodness, passion, and ignorance. The gradual process of elevation should be avoided, and Krishna consciousness should be taken up directly. There is no need to elevate ourselves gradually on the banyan tree of the material world. Yeah. Ashwatha Vriksha, this is what is understanding the tree whose roots are up and branches are down. Or the other, yeah, the leaves are down. So there is no need to elevate ourselves gradually on the banyan tree. Even if, because of our natures, we naturally have faith in one thing or the other. We should hear transcendental literature from pure souls, transcend our faith born of modes of nature, and establish our faith on the spiritual platform. In this way, we should cut off our attachment to matter and attain the spiritual world through pure devotional service. This is what Sri Baladev Vidyabhushan has written commentary on this verse. What does this tell? We cannot swim alone. We need a one rescuer. Yeah, we may no. I can do myself some swimming. Yeah, yeah. We will not be expert swimmer definitely. One if who is just without a coach, he would just kind of may know how to swim, yeah, but not become what do you call this, Olympic champion, because there is not just only swimming, but there is also some technique. There are so many other things. And here it is clearly mentioned, but even if because of our natures, yeah, we have so many natures. I am struggling. Oh, I have so much of mode of passion in me, so much of mode of good ignorance in me, or even goodness in me. With that nature, we naturally have faith in one thing or the other. We should hear the transcendental literature from pure souls, transcend our faith born of the modes of nature, and establish our faith on the spiritual platform. That vision we cannot have by ourselves. Just like a constable vision is how to become his manager, his boss, inspector, circle inspector, what do you call, SP, CP, and what do you call? SI, yeah? Circle inspector. Sorry. So his vision may not be so that he can even become DGP or even become IG. Is the last one is IG? Deputy General of Deputy General of Police and Commissioner. What is IG? And after above IG, of course, Collector is anyway there. He can become more, right? But will his vision already tell? Yeah, he says, hey, no, this guy doesn't has a uniform, so no, he's not a police. So that is our position, huh? Isn't it, Ajay? Prabhu?
Yes, probably.
Yeah. And coming back to your question, yeah, how can we know Krishna? Yeah, just be with devotees who can tell more about Krishna. Then we know more about Krishna. When we know more about Krishna, the understanding is improving from 0.1% to point 2 to 10, 10 to 20, and to the level of bhava and prema. And that's why this stepped approach is very nice. Have faith in Krishna little and have faith in Krishna devotees little. Yeah? Adho Shraddha Dada Sadhu Sangha Bhajana Kriya Anatta Nivriti. So there is this ladder through which we can go through and develop strong faith and understanding, and then we attain perfection.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for such a good explanation. And
Mm-hmm.
thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you. Other thoughts, questions? Okay, then wish you a nice. Yeah, I don't know. Is Monday holiday also for everyone in Germany? At least here.
As
Yes,
far
Prabhuji,
as
great
for us
holiday.
also it's holiday, Prabhuji.
Okay, so enjoy a long weekend still, relax, and yeah, let's meet tomorrow for the Nityam Bhagavad Seva. पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्ण Oh, I didn't change the background,
Hare Krishna.
huh?